It's the Riot Podcast, Thursday, June 1st edition. What is your most embarrassing sick in public story?
I had one when I was young.
Uh-huh.
I was in third.
That's always how it is, right?
That's the only time you're puking.
If
why
you
are
think you
kids
have-
puking so much?
If you have any hint of being sick when you're an adult, you just stay home usually.
Yeah,
if you
and you're
think
not
there's a
throwing
chance
up.
of you throwing up in front of other people.
I haven't thrown up from being sick in years. I can't even remember the last time I threw up from being sick so long ago. But when you're a kid, you're just always puking. Why are you always puking?
I don't know, because you're in like school with other kids, and so everybody's getting each other sick.
Like stomach bugs. Maybe your
Nobody's
stomach
why.
isn't as ready for the real world yet. I don't know.
That's right. You haven't built up an immunity. You're not
Yeah.
washing your hands, that kind of stuff.
Makes sense. But yeah, I would have been in fourth grade, I think, at the time, and I was sick, staying home from school.
Okay.
I had been like throwing up. I felt really bad, and I'll never forget the story because it was like spring picture day, which isn't even the real picture day. Like the real picture day was in the fall.
Yeah, right.
And so we've got spring picture day in the spring, which is like when we do some other photos that you can buy that parents don't even usually buy. You'll do like a class photo and stuff. And so my mom was like, well, you can't miss spring picture day. So she sent me in. So I went in just for photos, though.
Okay.
I didn't go in for classes, anything like that.
Yeah.
I just went in for pictures because it was so important to my mom for some odd reason. So I sit down in like, you have like the photo booth or whatever. They have the background behind you. You sit down in the little chair and
You all
like,
dressed up?
you're all, I have a turtleneck on.
Oh.
Who puts their kid who's been throwing up
Yeah.
in a turtleneck?
What a mistake.
Oh, huge mistake. Of all things for me to be wearing, a turtleneck is by far the worst, right? So I sit down, I'm looking at the camera, and I'm not even joking. I throw up in like the area in which everyone's getting their solo pictures taken.
No.
Puke in that area. I look ridiculous in front of everybody. It's so embarrassing. But the next thing is of course I'm like pale as a ghost. I just threw up. I'm like 9 years old, super embarrassed, but I still have to take the group photo.
Oh, no.
And so I don't even know if this is allowed. Like now after COVID, there's no way this would be allowed.
Yeah.
But then they were like, it's okay, get in the group photo. And so then I'm in the group photo, and my face is just pale as a ghost. I've got this stupid turtleneck on. I literally threw up like 3 minutes before, and they were like trying to hurry my class up so I could get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
I ruined like the entire cafeteria. It
Yeah.
smelled terrible in there because I threw up everywhere. I'll never forget I had toast. That's all I could put down in the morning.
Yeah.
I had toast before I came with grape jelly on it. It was purple throw up everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And so then I got the picture taken, the group photo taken. I looked terrible. I shouldn't even have shown up. I was pale as a ghost. I'm wearing a stupid turtleneck. That was my most embarrassing
I
one.
think your mom had egg on her face for that one.
Yeah, puke boy for a while.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For me, my worst story is I remember me and a group of people, a group of friends, we're going to go to a music festival. And so we set up like a caravan, like we're all driving because there's a lot of people. So we all got to drive. We're driving together, but a bunch of separate vehicles. I'm in a vehicle with my best friend, his sister, and his mom. And this is probably like a 2-3 hour drive to this festival. Not probably like 30 minutes into the drive, I'm like, listen, I don't want to go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. This is urgent. And so, I mean, to actually have to admit that to people, that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing as is.
And so they eventually I keep it together. They manage to eventually find a Walmart where they can pull off, and I can get some treatment. I run into the bathroom, and finally I finish up. I walk back, and my friend's missing, and I'm like, what's going on? So his mom had sent him in like behind me to be like, hey, just, make sure that he's doing okay and whatever. And while I was in the bathroom, those machines that take your blood pressure?
Oh my gosh.
He was taking his blood pressure.
What?
Yeah.
In Walmart?
In Walmart.
That's
and so
hilarious.
then he comes back after me. He's like, oh, I was just getting my blood pressure taken. I don't know how he noticed that I was gone.
What a
I
nostalgic,
guess he must have seen me walk out. But
yeah, what a nostalgic feeling that is.
yeah,
Those
because I don't
blood
know if they
pressure
still do those
machines?
things or not.
No, they don't. They're not anywhere. Why would you even do that? People
I
have it
don't
on their
know. Why
watch.
do people do that in the first place?
I don't know, because there was just a thing you could put your arm in. I don't know. When were you walking through Walmart and you were like,
I don't know. When
Should
your
I take my
friend
blood pressure?
was sick, when your friend was needed the pens.
as a child, it was like a fun
Yeah.
thing. It's not a fun thing.
Yeah,
It's like just a weird thing. That's just a weird thing to have in a Walmart.
it is. I don't know why they ever did that, but that was embarrassing to have to. You're a couple minutes into a long, semi long road trip with your best friend. His mom is like, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom so bad that you need to pull off
Right now.
Yeah,
I think you would have let
now.
him know a little earlier.
I didn't feel it. It hit so suddenly. You've been there, right?
It was just like a one-time hitter.
Suddenly.
Got
It
it.
stuck with me for a lot of the festival, actually.
Oh,
but
that's terrible.
I made it the rest of the way.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that was
No fun.
No. In today's podcast, if this hasn't scared you away, we do the first ever Choice Champions. It's where we draft, in this case, the best things about the summer. Isaiah and I put together our teams, and then you can decide which one you think is better. You can hear what other people are voting for. And coming up tomorrow, we're going to be having donuts for National Donut Day.
I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
Let us know.
I love donuts. I cannot wait.
Whether it's in the comments or by texting 8772 Radio U, where you think where are the best donuts? Where should we get our donuts from for National Donut Day?
And everyone's going to say like a local place, which is okay.
Yeah, send them in.
Send them in no matter what. I remember before this, I lived in Kentucky, and there was a local place there that, I'm not joking, were the best donuts that I've ever had. And because the local places, they just do them the best. They have all the different flavors and stuff. They had like this blueberry. I'm a diehard for like a blueberry filled one.
Yeah.
Or like an apple filled. I love an apple filled one as well. There's like my top 2 favorite donuts. So anywhere that has like a good blueberry or a good an apple filled donut, one of those two, love it. Send it in, please.
Yeah, I'm a big Boston cream guy, so let me know where the best Boston cream donut comes from, and maybe we'll go there.
We'll see you guys soon.
Catch you next time.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
If you need a cool date idea, I've got you covered. The hot new dating trend. The next time you get asked out on a Tinder date, they might ask you to go on a picnic.
A little throwback there.
Yeah.
Picnics are back, baby. They're back.
Picnics are back in a big way. I have data here that says that on Pinterest alone, interest in picnic date ideas has skyrocketed 385% since just last year.
That's a skyrocket.
It's gone through the roof of people looking at, because, you have the old school idea of a picnic in your mind, the gingham blanket and watermelon that the ants are stealing and stuff like that. But picnics don't have to be that way.
No, they
Picnics
don't.
can be way different. Picnics can be a lot nicer than that, but still count as a picnic.
See, this is wild that this story came up, because I saw a post yesterday that a girl had taken a picture like from her apartment building,
Yeah.
because the building next to her, they were doing a picnic on the rooftop.
Oh.
And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of this date or whatever.
Yeah.
And I came in this morning and the story was here, so it does have some validity that people are actually going on picnics.
That's right. You don't have to be, picnic doesn't have to be in the park. It doesn't have to be grass, right?
You can do it anywhere.
As long
If you
as.
have a blanket and some food and you're outside, I think it counts as a picnic.
So, are you into this idea?
I'm into this idea, but not for a first date.
You don't think first date?
I think first date, no picnics for first date, but for like a couple dates down the line, it's a pretty cute date idea.
What makes it not first date material?
See, I think if you do this on a first date, you're putting in way too much effort.
Too much effort.
You're putting in too much effort.
It feels pretty low rent to me.
See, I feel like if this is a really thoughtful date, and so if I asked you on a picnic and came with food and did all this stuff, and I show up and you suck,
Uh-huh.
or if you don't like me, it's gonna make you like me even more, or like me even less.
Mhm.
Because if I show up and I'm putting in all this effort, you're gonna get creeped out by me. I'm gonna give you the ick. You're gonna think I'm super clingy, and I want to
Yeah.
date you right away. That's what's gonna happen.
What
if
did you
try
also
to go
buy a gift? You bought a necklace?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna make her think like I wouldn't have bought a necklace. Somebody who's going on a picnic made you a necklace for the date.
Oh, yeah.
And so you're gonna think that I want to date you right away, and you're not gonna like me. So I think if you're going on a picnic, the girl has to already like you. It can be a cute thing, and you can like pack the basket together of things you're gonna bring or whatever and stuff like that. But if you try to do this on the first date, you're doing too much. You're gonna freak her out. Not a good idea.
So save the picnic date idea for after things are going
Save it.
well. You need to get a little creative, but you want to get to know each other.
Yes, you got to save it. And the other thing about it too is there's no easy escape here. Like if
Yeah,
she's
that's
weird,
true.
there's no easy escape.
She's
like you
sitting
got a
on the
basket,
blanket.
she can clearly see the basket full of food. Like you're gonna go through it all. Like at a picnic, there's no way you're not gonna pull everything out. And so there's no getting out of that quick. You can't just order an appetizer and dip. Like that's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be you gotta be committed if you're doing the picnic idea. I get that. So you got what would be on the picnic date menu?
But what am I bringing?
Yeah,
I'm for sure bringing some sort of soft pretzel.
a soft pretzel.
Oh, I'm bringing a
Where
soft
are you gonna
pretzel.
find
What
that?
are you talking about? I'm gonna make it like at home or
You're
whatever.
gonna homemade. You're gonna do
No,
homemade soft
I'm not
pretzels.
homemade making one. I'm making a frozen
Oh,
soft pretzel, and I'm putting it in that basket
super pretzels
with some nacho cheese as if I made it.
You're gonna
for sure-
pretend that you're gonna try to show off a super pretzel as if you made it in your own.
Or maybe I just roll pretzel bites. Could be
Okay.
an easier way as well. It's got to be a lot of like little like
Finger food,
appetizer. Yeah,
finger
finger
food,
food.
yeah.
Maybe you're bringing like a charcuterie board type feel.
Some
That'd be a good
jalapeno
idea.
poppers.
Yo, some jalapeno poppers. Maybe some
Yeah.
mac and cheese bites. You know what? Let's just do all appetizers. Like that's what we're doing at the picnic. It's got to be a little like picky foods. You're not doing like a full
Ooh,
meal.
You could pack them in little Tupperware like they're for a child.
Yes.
Like they're for a little baby that sits in a stroller type
Mhm.
thing.
And if you're getting real romantic, like you want those little like poppable things that you can feed it in their mouth. That's like that
Oh,
automatic. Now
grapes.
we're really thinking, right?
That's the way to do it.
You don't want to be doing like bone.
Which again, not a first date activity.
No, like you don't want to be doing like boneless or traditional wings. Yet again, that's never good for a date. You don't want like a full
Because what if you
meal.
run out of napkins?
Exactly.
You have a limited amount.
Yeah, you're only bringing so many napkins.
Yeah.
No one's bringing you more. And so, yeah, a lot of little appetizer type things, poppable things, easy in the mouth. That way you can still talk and not have to worry about like finishing the whole sandwich in your mouth.
All right. I like the way you're thinking. Well, we've given you some ideas. It's if you want to be on trend with your dates, picnic, plan ahead for third date picnic.
Third date picnic. Definitely not first date.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
What is the age, do you think, that you stop feeling attractive?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, you haven't hit it, have you?
I haven't quite gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
You don't know. Yeah. Do you have an age in mind where you think like when I hit this, I'll probably stop turning heads?
I do. I don't know what the age would be. Because I don't know what, my future looks
Or-
like.
Here's a maybe this is a good way to put it. I better find somebody to be with by this age because after that it's probably downhill.
Yeah, your primo years. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm obviously in my prime years right now. So I think about guys can age pretty well.
Yeah.
Like for me, do I think I'm gonna look this good? Like
I mean, Al Pacino's having a kid at 83.
yeah, exactly. His wife's like 29 years old.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm thinking like I think I can still look good, like real good in my 30s and whatnot. I think as I get into like late 30s, then I don't know how I'm gonna look. Then I start to hit the danger zone if I don't know what I'm gonna look like.
Yeah.
I could still look great. At the same time, I might not look as good. I mean, right now, this is the
You
best
could look
I'm
good
gonna
for
look.
your age, but that doesn't mean you'd be.
Yeah. I'm
that's-
not gonna look like I do right now.
Yeah, you're not going to be turning heads. I actually have here some research that says that women, it's different for women and men, although similar. Women feel that they stop like attracting attention for their looks at the age of 45 is the average age where they think the attention, it takes a downturn and you're just kind of not, you become invisible from a attractiveness point of view. People aren't sizing you up when they see you out and about. And for men say 47 is the age,
A little extra meat on
which
the bone there.
feels optimistic as a guy. I think for guys, like I don't think many ladies are sizing you up past 30.
You don't think so?
No, unless you're a hottie.
I mean, yes, it all just depends on if you're good looking or not.
Yeah.
Like, if you're still doing it, I mean, if you're still, like, looking good at 45, like, yeah, you're going to turn heads.
Yeah. For example, I have an example here. Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz are both 45 right now. So they're at the age for the average woman where this would be the end for them, where from now on, nobody's just going to be looking at them as attractive or unattractive. They don't care.
Well, I think they always will look at you as attractive or unattractive.
You think people always evaluate you that way?
I think you always get
You
evaluated
out there
that way.
evaluating grandmas attractive and unattractive?
Well, there's certain levels to it.
no,
all
no,
right?
what's the level? It's
There's levels
45
to it. It's not,
apparently.
I don't think it's 45.
It's 45.
It's not 45.
That's what people feel. That's what women feel.
I mean, that might be how you feel, but that's not true. I mean, I know there's very attractive 45-year-old women.
Yeah, of course there are.
Exactly. And so if I saw a very attractive, very 45-year-old woman, I would say she's super hot.
Yeah.
And so I'm still basing it off of your
So
attractive
you think
level.
it's way less to do with what age you are and way more to do with how good you look to begin
It
with.
is. I think it has to do. It's not a thing of like attractive or unattractive because I'm not gonna look at like a 55-year-old and be like she's ugly. That's not how it works there. But if you're attractive, I'm gonna say she's attractive. If you're like a 55-year-old woman,
Yeah.
you're just a normal woman. If you're just unattractive, but if you're attractive at that
So
age,
you're saying normal women are unattractive?
I think at the age of 55. See, you're gonna try to trap me here. I'm gonna delve into it anyway.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the age. I think you can look very good at 55. I think you can look very good at 45. But I think I'm not gonna be like, oh, she's ugly. I'm gonna say, oh, she's attractive. If she's attractive.
Okay. So you attention can be grabbed by being attractive, but not by being unattractive.
I think
typically.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just saved you, I think.
Thank you for saving me. That was nice
Yeah.
of you. I think so. Yeah. You're not gonna grab it by being unattractive, but you will if you are
Well,
attractive.
I think this is good news for you though, because you've got till at least 47.
I've got time.
Yeah.
I think though. I don't know. I think it's different for guys. I don't know. I think guys are. I think they have a less advantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they have a much younger age cutoff.
I think it is too, because I think the women
But
just think differently.
Yet again, I think that's also more because if you're just out at like the grocery store as a guy, you're probably not you're not dressed in a way, you don't present yourself in a way that would invite people to check you out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
You're-
I don't even. That doesn't happen to me now, and I'm like
Yeah.
in the prime years of my life.
Yeah, right.
Let alone when I'm older. I think. I mean, women are definitely the ones that are getting like approached and hit on more than men are,
Yeah, of course.
and so they probably are going to be turning heads a lot more than guys are across the course of their life.
Yeah, it's just a different mindset.
It is, and so I got to live it up now, but I'm also on a clock.
And start dressing real nice for the grocery store.
Oh, start going to the
Give
grocery store
yourself an
dressed to the
advantage.
nines.
Yeah.
That has to be. I guess it's the only way.
If podcast awards were ever a thing, this show wouldn't win any. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
NBA Finals begin tonight. Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat. And it's time to ask a couple questions. First of all, Isaiah, why should somebody watch the NBA Finals if they haven't, if they need some convincing?
I would say because it's intense.
Intense.
Every game is like do or die. And so for me, I think it's one of those things too where it just feels really different. Like every game being a 7-game series too, it's just so exciting. Like there's so much action. Every possession at the end of the game too is so exciting because it's just like it's always do or die. It's so grand. I
Yeah.
love it.
I think
I eat it up.
I think a reason to watch is Nikola Jokic. He is the 2-time MVP. Probably should have been MVP this year as well. And he is an underrated great player. He does
is pretty great.
So many things amazing. He plays basketball in a real different way than in a very unselfish way, which typically that's not how you see the best players. He's not the most flashy necessarily from a scoring perspective, but man, the way that he sets up other people to score is impressive. And it's just it's kind of an unprecedented. He really is. If he played for a flashier team in a flashier market, he would be considered like one of the all-time greats already, probably, assuming that he gets a championship. And this is his chance to do that. This is your chance to see greatness. So that's he could be. He could be.
Well, I don't want to hear he's already an all-time great. Then I don't want to hear he could be.
He is. This is the last thing he needs to
This
cement.
is not.
It is the last thing. He's
So you're
already
gonna
won
put him right
2
there with
MVPs.
Shaq. You're gonna say Nikola Jokic, Shaq.
Everybody says the same.
No.
You know who he's right there with that nobody would dispute as an all-time great? Kevin Durant. And what he's done is a lot more impressive to me than anything Kevin Durant has ever done.
I hate Kevin Durant, but he's accomplished way more.
Oh, that's
He's
nonsense.
won like 4 finals. What do you mean?
Yeah, Nikola Jokic is about to do the same thing.
He might win one. Yeah.
And he's about to do it on a team where he's the best player, undisputably, and the leader of the team.
Yeah, I think it's great for Jokic. It's great. I think he's a great player. I wouldn't say he's eclipsed Kevin Durant.
He's about
The greatest
to
scorer of all time. I'll say it. Kevin Durant, the greatest scorer of all time. Nikola Jokic isn't even the best at anything of all time.
He's the best at
He's
just
the best
all
at being
around.
The best all around.
All around player. He's not great at defense, but he does it all. He does it pretty
A
much
little bit of
all.
everything. He's good. He looks
And-
real clunky. He looks real he's a very unusual player to watch, which makes him interesting. And I think he's great. I think he's an awesome player.
Unguardable.
Yeah, he is like unguardable right now by anybody.
Because either he'll beat you by shooting or he'll beat you by passing it.
Yeah, he's a great player. You're gonna hate him by the end of the series.
I'm gonna hate him.
I think everybody's gonna hate him by the end of the series.
Why?
But at least when I watched him play the Lakers, and yet again, it depends if you're cheering for the Heat, you're gonna hate him. If you're cheering for the Nuggets, you're gonna love him.
Yeah.
But he kind of gets the Patrick Mahomes treatment right now. where I'm talking about when you're watching a game
and he just does unbelievable things.
and they just talk about it the whole time.
Yeah.
And so it kind of makes
Well,
it
it's
hard to watch the
unbelievable.
broadcast. But, like, you don't have to tell me every single possession. Like, every time Patrick Mahomes makes a throw, Tony Romo doesn't have to say, that's the greatest throw I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Which just happens if you watch a Chiefs game.
All right, fair
and
enough.
so he kind of gets that same treatment, which he is very weird, and he looks really odd in the court. He kind of shuffles around.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't look like an athletic person at all.
No, he definitely
Which makes
doesn't.
it really exciting to watch him, and he's really good, and I do like him. But it's a lot right now with Nikola Jokic.
All right. So then the other question is, what is your prediction for the series?
Tough. I think the Nuggets are going to crush them. I think the Nuggets are great. I
Yeah.
think they're a really good team. I think they're going to win in either 5 or 6 is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 6 because I think the Heat are a good team too. I think Jimmy Butler probably have a game or two, and their defense is really good. Bam Adebayo is going to guard Jokic probably the whole series, and he's a good defender. But if Anthony Davis couldn't stop him, Bam's not going to stop him.
No, yeah. I'm taking the Nuggets. I think it'll be 5. It feels too predictable, but it feels like the Heat win maybe game 3, their first game at home.
Yeah, I think the Heat they're good at home. The
Yeah.
Miami Heat's their home court advantage is really good, and they're good at home. But yet again, the Nuggets they're really good.
Denver just has so many guys. It does feel like a lot of things we've repeated in every series the Heat have played so far, but
It does.
they're just outclassed, outmanned, and this is the best player probably in the NBA right now and one of the best of all time. And Nikola Jokic is about to show it.
But I will say this: if the Heat win, it's the most impressive NBA Finals run ever.
That's strong words.
It's ever. It'd be incredible if they win the series. I'd be more impressed with them than any team of all time.
Oh, hi there.
Worst of the riot.
Crank that up.
Radio U.
Choice champions. Isaiah and I are going to take turns. We've got a topic here, and we're going to pick teams in this topic, and then you decide which of us picked a better team. The topic for today, best things about summer. We're going to choose 3, snake draft style. I have the first pick, right?
Yes, you do.
I have the first pick, and then Isaiah's 2 and 3. I'm 4 and 5. Isaiah rounds it out with pick number 6. So I guess I got to pick the best thing, the very number one best thing about summer. That's a
the
lot of
best
pressure.
thing about summer.
That's a lot of pressure.
There's so many good things about summer too. So I want to see in which way that you try to attack this, because I'm very strategic.
Yeah,
Because
you
I know
are.
that people are going to vote, right?
Uh-huh.
And I know how
So
to
are you picking a team for yourself or picking a team you think will
garner votes.
will garner votes?
No, I'm picking a team for myself. Like, I'm saying what I believe in, but also it just so happens that I am a man of the people. And so I know that my things that people are going to agree with.
All right. I think I'm picking one for myself, and I just think that the votes fall where they may. But I know in my heart already that I'm correct. The number one pick in our Choice Champions draft of the best things about summer, I'm going with festivals.
Oh my gosh, you're so okay, you're ridiculous.
And is that too? Is it too all encompassing? Because I think festivals, fairs, carnivals all
You
get
stole
rolled into
mine,
one.
so.
That is the best thing about summer.
I was
that
gonna
you just
take that.
can't have the rest of the year. It's not the same. You telling me you're not hyped up, not just for like, the state fair is a lot of fun, but like some towns have like the local fireman's carnival or whatever. And there's
Whoa, that
counts. It counts.
You're just encompassing every parade in the summer. Got it.
I don't know. Parades aren't included.
Parades aren't included,
Yeah,
but
no, parades actually, that would be on the draft of the worst things of anything of all time.
summer.
But no, I think festival, fine. If you even want to exclude carnivals, I still think like the street
Are you
festivals.
counting concerts and festivals, or
Well,
is that
yeah,
a different
of course.
thing?
A
Okay, so
music
are your
festival?
festivals and concerts?
Yeah. Well,
Got it. Do you want
no,
pools
not
too, or
concerts,
do you
but I
want,
do want
no.
music festivals.
You want the beach too with that, or no?
Just anything. Fine. I'll just take anything that's a festival.
Festivals.
Which I guess excludes the fair. 'Cause it's
Festivals is
technically a
pretty
fair.
OP. Like I was gonna take festivals. I'll be
Okay,
honest.
yeah.
I agree that's a good pick at 1. I wouldn't have taken it 1, but I was gonna take it in my pool. But I'll go number 2 then. My number 2
What's
of our
number
pick.
2 for you?
My number 2 pick is the later sunsets. A little more sun time in the evening.
That was on my board. 18 hours of sunshine.
Yeah, the more sunshine is like when you get off work. You think about the wintertime, you get off work, and then you're seeing straight darkness when you walk outside. Talk about it more. There's nothing
I
more
hate that.
depressing than seeing the moon when you get out of work. summertime hits,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do whatever you want at night. You can go to the pool after you get off work. It's so great.
Sometimes I have to go to bed before the sun is set.
There's so much day left. There's so much left in the day. The later sunsets, an incredible
Now,
part.
I love that, and I think it's a reach on your part, though, because I had that later on my list, but I also think some people, as far as a voting perspective, are going to hate that.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I have back-to-back picks here, and so I wasn't going to let that one slide and possibly give you the opportunity to take that later on. And so the next one I'm going to take is summer vacations. I'm taking travel. I'm taking travel as a whole. Any trip that you take, because you're not taking trips. Who's taking trips in the wintertime? Like, you're not going to Florida in the wintertime. You're doing summer vacations. Like, if I look forward to my summer, I set it up in, like, June, where am I going? July, where am I going? It's the thing I look forward to the whole time. Like, there's a lot of things that are great throughout it, but I've got those couple times during the summertime of things that drive me. Like my Scottsdale trip, I've been thinking about that for months. In a couple months, I'm going to go somewhere else in like August. And so for that time period, that's going to hold me over the rest of the summer. I think summer trips are one of the biggest parts. Like when you think back in a couple of years, like if I said 2017, what did you do that summer? You would say, oh yeah, that summer I went to Texas. You wouldn't say I went to the pool.
I thought about that, but you can go on a trip anytime.
You can, yeah.
There's other vacation opportunities. In fact, doesn't you think it feels a little better to go to the Bahamas in January than it does in July?
People make that argument, but it doesn't, though.
It does. It definitely does when it's cold and you escape. Okay, we got to go rapid fire here. I've got picks 4 and 5. I'm going to take ice cream trucks.
Whoa.
Ice cream trucks.
Whoa, when was the last time you saw an ice cream truck? That's a crazy pick. You're getting docked for that. Everybody hear that?
No.
I want everyone to hear that.
Ice cream trucks.
Ice cream trucks are
ice cream tastes better when you get it from a truck that's playing a tinkly song, and you spend the amount of money on one ice cream bar that you could buy a whole box of 12 of them for. It tastes better. That's the next best thing about summer. And then I will also go, my last pick. I'm going to go July 4th, best holiday of the year.
July 4th.
I should have taken that earlier, actually.
I'm okay with that. I like both those picks, except for the ice cream trucks one. That's a wild one for me. The last one I'm going to take is being out on the lake. There's a lot of lake people. I love being out on the boat.
That feels a little niche.
Yeah, I love going out on the boat. I love jet skiing. I love being able to be out by the lake. That's my next one. So we can round out our 3.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and tell them yours.
All right.
So they can vote in.
Choice champions, text in which team you think is better. I picked that festivals are the best thing about summer, and then I also, other best things about summer, ice cream trucks and July 4th.
See, for me, it was later sunsets, summer vacations, and being out on the lake. Text those in, 8772 Radio U.
8772 Radio U.
Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
Heated in here for our choice champions debate. Isaiah and I have each drafted a team of the best things about summer, and then you can decide which of us came up with a better team at 8772 Radio U. My team is summer festivals, ice cream trucks, and July 4th. Isaiah, your team is
later sunsets, summer travel, heading to the lake.
And we're getting a lot of people texting in. Now, I'll give you this. Sean said, Isaiah, no contest.
He's a smart man.
Isaiah,
he likes the sunshine, baby.
Sean must hate ice cream trucks because I'm seeing a lot of other people saying that they have a lot of support for the ice cream truck pick, and it's helping me out here. It's boosting my numbers. For example, Crystal says the ice cream truck, although it's a van in her neighborhood, drives through at least twice a day once it starts getting warm, and it's a great part about summer. That is, it's exciting. It's exciting. You know,
I've never seen one. I'll be honest, I've never seen one.
There's 2 different ways that you can get excited about summer.
If you had said ice cream, I would have agreed.
Yeah, but ice cream you can get ice cream any time of the year. You can only go to the ice cream truck. There's a couple instances you can get excited. One is you're sitting inside, you're just bored. It's summer vacation. Like as a child, you're bored, you're sitting there, you got nothing going on. But then you hear that ice cream truck. It's like, oh, something to be excited about. And so you run on out, you spend your allowance, that's expensive. $3.50 to get a thing that barely looks like SpongeBob. But man, is that exciting. And then two is when you are you're out playing in the summer heat, it's hot and you're having a good time, but it's hot. And then you hear that song. You hear the ice cream siren call, the ice cream truck siren call from the distance. And you know, I'm about to get a nice little break.
See, I'm sure I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yet again, I mean, I've never seen it. So it's never been available to me. It's like if for people that when I said going to the lake. If you've never been to the lake, how are you going to appreciate the lake? You can't. For me, I can't appreciate the ice cream truck because I've never seen it. I lived in the country. You think it came down my road? I didn't live in a neighborhood.
It'd be even more exciting than if you did see it.
It would. I would be excited. If I saw the ice cream truck, I would be excited. I'm sure of it. Just never seen it. I'm not sure they're real.
There's a great part about summer that you've missed out.
I've missed out.
Glenn voting for me. He also says the ice cream truck comes around twice a day. But you also have Tommy on your side. So it's actually kind of a 50-50 split.
It is. Team Isaiah for sure. I see that one there. Sean followed up after he said Isaiah no contest. He said, I live in Minnesota. Seeing the sun here is a miracle. I love the sun.
Well,
that later sunsets, I love it.
Yeah, I know that's a controversial one. I don't think you know what nobody's going to do is say, I hate ice cream trucks or I hate 4th of July. How could you?
Yeah, you're not going to say you hate. You're not going to say you hate any of them.
Maybe
Summer's the greatest.
No, but some people would say they hate the long sunshine because they want to go to bed when it's dark. And then they can't.
Well, I'm not here to pity the people that don't like being happy. Like I'm not doing that. I'm just I'm not gonna give into it.
I think you just drafted a more controversial team than me.
See, I don't know. I like the sunshine. I think that's a pretty. I don't think that's controversial.
Well, we can keep taking votes for a while. 8772 Radio U. We're not gonna dwell on it, but we'll keep taking your votes if you want to tell us which team you think was better. 8772 Radio U, the inaugural choice champions on the Riot.
Nobody does it better. The Riot, Radio U.
Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, it just keeps going on and on. I feel like it never is going to end, which I think everybody would be happy about, actually. At least the Taylor Swift fans, the Swifties, would be saying that. But I'm seeing every day I'm seeing more and more ludicrous things that people are willing to do to make sure that they get the most out of their Taylor Swift Eras Tour experience. The newest thing, this one has to take the cake. Multiple Taylor Swift fans have posted on TikTok about how they have gone on to wear adult diapers for the show.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, so that they don't have to miss any of it.
Oh, you're saying so they can pee themselves?
Yeah. So
during the show.
Because you think about it, you got to get a good spot down there. You got to wait in line to get in to the venue. Then you've got a whole long lead up once you're in before the concert actually kicks off, but you've got your spot. You can't lose it. And then the concert's going on. You don't want to miss a single second of the action. You don't want to miss a single second, a single note of Taylor Swift and her singing and performing. And so you can't leave then. And so that's a whole long time. I mean, think about it. You've been to concerts before. Sometimes you might not really feel like you want to move for like 6-8 hours.
Yeah, but like if you miss a song, like you're gonna be okay.
That was what you paid for. What you paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna just pee myself in order to see it.
You're not that committed.
I'm not.
You're not like these Swifties.
Like I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine wearing a diaper the whole time. That sounds terrible on its own.
Well, here was my question. Can you think of any kind of event whatsoever where you would be like, I can't miss a moment of this. I need to wear an adult diaper? No,
I could go see the Browns play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And if I missed a play, that's okay.
Well, you know, the difference is for the Browns, for football, there's a bunch of breaks in the action. With Taylor Swift, once she hits the stage, it's on. That's it.
There's no stopping.
Yeah, there's no stopping. There's no slowing down.
Yeah, but I said I would be okay with stepping out. I would be okay with stepping out, even if it was the third quarter, whenever it is. I mean, I'm going to time it up. I'm not going to go in the fourth quarter prime time. Like, I'm going to hold it as an adult would. Like, if it's a song of the night, I don't know what that would be. Like, you're going to hold it through that song because you're an adult. And you can
holding it can be bad for you, right?
That's okay.
It's
I'm an adult.
For your health.
But sometimes, you know what? For Taylor Swift and the Swifties, I'm sure that they're willing to take the day off of their life that holding it would be to see whatever song they want to see. But you want to wait until, and everybody knows, like, even if you're the biggest Swiftie, there's a song that's going to play where you're like, this is when I'm going pee. Like, this is one that's just not that lit.
No,
like, I'm going to go. That's how it works. At every concert, you might be the biggest Swiftie there is. I know there's a song that you're like, this is the one. I head out.
No, Taylor doesn't roll like that. Neither do the Swifties. Every song is important. Every moment means so much, and you can't miss a single second of it. And that is why I understand.
So you think you would wear an adult diaper to a concert?
I'm trying to think of an instance where
that would be appropriate for you?
Yeah.
Because for me, it would never be appropriate. I think as an adult, I think I'd be able to hold it through it. And I'd be able to pick a place.
You know what? I just think maybe there's a bit of a stigma around the adult diapers, and so maybe I would just. It's less about I don't want to miss a moment, and more just I would just appreciate the freedom that comes with the adult diaper in certain situations.
So maybe you should start wearing them.
Yeah, occasionally. I don't need to wear it now.
Yeah, I mean, not for the show.
Not for this show.
Yeah, but maybe like in an
Because this
atmosphere to
show,
game
one of the
a
benefits
concert.
about the riot is that you can listen in the bathroom, so no adult diaper required.
Yeah, you can just go in there.
But for other instances, yeah, I can think of some scenarios where maybe I just don't want to take a break.
Festivals.
One of the things
sporting
that's great about
events.
being a kid is they can just, if they're having fun playing, they can just go poop.
That's
And
wild. I
not
don't
stop
think that's
playing.
fun,
They don't
though.
have to stop. They don't have to put down their Legos or their trucks or whatever. They could just go.
Yeah, for me, that's not really a fun thing. That's not really an advantage.
Yeah,
It's
something
not
we're missing
advantageous
out
at
on as
all.
adults, I think.
It's just being able to go to the. I don't think so.
We could learn a lot from the Swifties.
Wasn't that a great riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.